Follow your passion, do what you love, seek what your heart desires, walk the path less traveled. If you're a young student or have just started working, then you must have definitely come across these quotes multiple times said by Instagram gurus, blogs, and even successful CEOs. So while these quotes are definitely catchy and look amazing on wallpapers, mugs, t-shirts, and whatnot, do they actually lead you to a happy and successful career? Or do they lead you to a severe case of FOMO, fear of missing out, and chronic job shifting, and bucket full of self-doubt? Let's discuss. Hi, my name is Aryan, a young entrepreneur from India whose goal through this channel and during this lockdown is to constantly learn new things and share as much as I can with the world. I'm hoping to build a huge community of people focused on building successful careers and leading a happy life. I'll be coming up with new videos every week, so make sure you subscribe so that you get notified as soon as a new video comes up. So, what's the problem with people following their passion? As a 22-year-old entrepreneur, shouldn't it be my life mantra? Most of what I'm talking about here comes from a book I recently read, So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport. A book where he tries to answer why skills trump passion in the search for work you love. In this book, I'll be tackling just a part of what he talks about. So, for a much more deeper explanation and a lot of case studies and real life examples, I would definitely recommend reading the book. I have mentioned my Amazon affiliate link down below, so if you're interested in reading it, do check it out. And if you haven't already, please smash the like button to make sure I beat the YouTube algorithm and reach as many people as possible. The biggest problem with the catchphrase follow your passion is number one, it does not really talk about how to go about finding it. And it basically implies that your life is all about finding that one true passion and then dropping everything else to run after it like a madman. And not to mention the hundreds of novels, movies, and shows built around the philosophy that the main character drops everything to chase their dreams and after a short musical montage becomes the best in the world. Secondly, it doesn't really talk about how to succeed once you start following your passion. Great, you dropped out of college or left that paying job to sell jewelry online or maybe even teach dancing, which is something that you're really passionate about. But it doesn't really talk about how to make these ventures a success. When we hear about successful CEOs dropping out of college or even musicians who have never ever cleared high school, we forget a huge point here. The many sleepless nights that these people have spent honing their skills to the point where they were the absolute best at what they did. The musician who's just a high school dropout might not have been the best at giving math exams, but he spent countless nights writing and rewriting every single song, performing at every gig possible, practicing each song to the point of perfection till they were the absolute best at what they did. They were literally so good they couldn't be ignored. Now, of course, in no way am I saying that just working hard will lead you to the most successful career in the world. There are a lot more factors that come into play. Things like, are all your hours generally being put into making you better? And are you really stretching your limits? Or have you just reached a comfort zone and plateaued? Be honest with yourself. How many times while working or studying do you actually use your time to solve new problems and actively use your brain? Or do you just spend your time doing meaningless tasks over and over again, like maybe checking your mail? Or even if you're really skilled, are you actually using a skill set in the best possible way to advance your career? Anyways, all of that is for another video. My goal here is to explain why believing this quote is just not enough. Rather than looking everywhere for passion, what you really need to do is to develop your skill set to the best possible level so that you end up succeeding in whichever career path you are on or end up following. When you're focused on getting better, you're focused on what value you produce with your work rather than when you're hell bent on looking for passion, where you're looking for the value that your job provides you. It makes you ask questions like, who am I and what do I truly love? Unfortunately for you, these questions really don't have yes and no as an answer. Actually do is lead you to a life full of chronic discomfort and confusion. Instead, when you focus on getting better every day, you live with a huge sense of clarity. You understand that no one really owes you a great career, that you need to work for it, and it's not going to be easy. Now you might say, Aryan, all these people that you're talking about are already passionate about what they do. which is why it's super easy for them to even work as hard as they really do. But you're totally getting it backwards. Most successful people, these may be CEOs, entrepreneurs, bankers, and even artists, were as confused about what they wanted to do as we are. In fact, if you've read their biographies, most of them almost gave up multiple times during their careers. And instead of asking themselves questions like who they are or if they were truly happy in what they did, they actually focused on becoming the best at what they did. Multiple researchers and case studies have actually shown that passion is not the greatest contributor in a happy and successful career. The three most common factors were actually number one, autonomy, feeling a level of control over your day and feeling that your work was actually important. Number two, competence, feeling that you were actually great at what you did. And number three, a level of connectivity with those around you. And these may be your co-workers, your employees, your customers, and even your audience. While passion might not help out much with these, by becoming the best at what you did, you could actually control these factors. When you're the best at what you do, while your level of responsibility and the stakes attached to it will definitely increase, but so will the level of autonomy and competence that you feel at work. You will be able to plan your work around how you prefer working, whom you prefer working with, and so much more. Guys, this is Economics 101. If you have something rare and valuable to provide, you can get something rare and valuable in exchange. Developing and offering rare and valuable skills, you can in exchange get rare and valuable opportunities to further advance your careers. It's that simple. To get better, you can continue capitalizing on better and better opportunities. Now that this point is clear, let's be honest. This does not really work for every single kind of work out there. If you're working somewhere where it's really hard to distinguish yourself on the basis of skill or experience, like maybe being an Uber driver or working at a call center, then this might be really hard for you. Or if you feel that your work is not really impactful or does not really provide any real value, even then these things might not really apply for you. You should look for other compatible employment opportunities elsewhere, or you can use your spare time to develop yourself so that you can jump onto the next best opportunity as soon as it presents itself. You could start working on a business plan, you could develop skills like programming, video editing, designing, and so much more. Almost everything is available online and it's so easy to learn a new skill to learn. You could even look for a way to bring innovation to your current workspace. For example, being an Uber driver is not the most glamorous job in the world. The pay is not super high and you cannot really grow anywhere from there once you get more skill or experience in the field. But Darren Levy from the YouTube channel Darren Levy Official looked at it from a different way. He records quirky conversations and shenanigans with his passengers, and with their consent, of course, on every Friday releases a new compilation of videos with them. Over time, he has managed to grow his YouTube channel to almost 800,000 subscribers and build a successful career around this. But he has not stopped learning and growing. He's constantly coming up with new types of videos, design ideas, editing ideas, and so much more. In fact, during this lockdown, when he cannot drive around his Uber anymore, he came up with an ingenious solution. Going on to Omegle.com, where he holds quirky and fun conversations with strangers and publishes them every Friday on his YouTube channel. So all I'm trying to say is let's stop looking for the perfect career out there and instead focus on becoming the best at what we do. If you enjoyed watching this video, I'll be coming up with new videos every Sunday. So make sure you click on the subscribe button down below to get notified as soon as I come up with my next video. I would love to hear your thoughts on what I just talked about, so feel free to comment down below. And also, please don't forget to smash the like button so that I get as many views as possible and I can reach out to as many people as possible and build a huge community. PS, if you're interested in reading more about this topic, feel free to use my Amazon link down below to order a copy of So Good They Can't Ignore You by Cal Newport for yourself. Ciao, ciao.